Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Maximus the Fourth. Good morning. What I have to present to you guys today is Diet Pepsi Jazz. This just so happens to be the black cherry French vanilla flavor. And for those of you that have never heard of Diet Pepsi Jazz was a line of flavors that was first introduced in 2006. And all three of these flavors were diet, and there were no regular flavors, in which the one I just so happen to have today is the black cherry French vanilla flavor, but the other two flavors that were also released was caramel cream and strawberries and cream. This is a flavor that I've been very curious about for a very long time, and now is finally the time that I've gotten around to reviewing it, and all I plan on doing today is opening up this bottle of Diet Pepsi Jazz Black Cherry Vanilla. And I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I think about it, the taste and everything. But ultimately, like usual, before we get into that, I'm going to walk you guys through some of the history of the very fascinating story of Diet Pepsi Jazz. So let's get that taken care of. So Pepsi Jazz has been on the market since 2006, while the word jazz goes back to around 1915. But PepsiCo was able to exploit a loophole in the burgeoning field of ridiculous intellectual poetry property claims. No one had trademarked the word, said Pepsi spokesperson Phil Clabbard. So we took the opportunity to secure our brand property. We feel this will eliminate confusion that may be uprising our brand integrity and production recognition. From now on, when anyone says jazz, everyone will know they mean Pepsi Jazz. Pepsi also announced that the soft drink line was up the new sound of cola in its ad campaign before discontinuing the jazzy new addiction in early 2008. So ultimately, Pepsi Jazz, this lineup was introduced in 2006, and then it was discontinued in 2008. So all three of the Pepsi Jazz flavors only had a 2-year lifespan. And as I'm pulling up an article on Wikipedia, I can very clearly see that my buddy DJ Glowing Ice has some pictures that are actually featured on the Wikipedia page when you're looking at the history. And I know that that's his video because I'm not a dummy. I know what his platform looks like. And to be quite frankly honest, I don't think anybody else has really had the idea to review or do a video of the entire history and story of Pepsi Jazz other than DJ Glowing Ice. And while there might have been some other people out there that have done reviews on these, they've probably been pretty hokey compared to him. So I am not at all surprised that his videos in his pictures are featured on this website. So before we open this, let's just dig in a little bit more on some of the history. The company launched the soda with a substantial advertising campaign using the tagline Jazz, the new sound of cola. The campaign included a jazz and blues themed television spot by DDB with actress Leigh Elias and soundtrack by Groove Collective's Genji Sirasi, as well as a 4-page advertising spread in People magazine with a 3-dimensional pop-up image of the bottle, an auto clip of the soundtrack played via embedded chip, and a scratch and sniff area diffusing the drink's scent. The company had also envisioned the interactive website as part of the campaign that would allow viewers to remix Sarashi's soundtrack, but it was never developed. Ethnomusicologist, what a word, Mark Laver argues that the campaign was intended to target a young and specifically African American clientele. The campaign was noted for its similarities with rival Coca-Cola's own contemporaneous jazz branding. Around the same time, Coca-Cola had donated $10 million to Jazz at Lincoln Center for construction of a new building and education programs in a new performance space then called Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola. Pepsi brand manager Lawrence Scott claimed that the two campaigns were unrelated. Pepsi discontinued Pepsi Jazz in 2007 after poor sales and the greater success of another flanker, Pepsi Max. So before I open this thing up, get a nice little gander scan at it as best as you can. Let's take a look at the ingredients here. It contains carbonated water, caramel color, natural and artificial flavors, phosphoric acid, aspartame, potassium benzoate, acesulfame potassium, calcium, disodium, EDTA to protect flavor. For more information, visit our website. Phenylactorics contain phentorline. For comments or questions, call 1-800-433-2652. This entire bottle contains, on the ingredients, only 25 milligrams of sodium, but there are no calories or fat, nor carbs, nor sugars, nor proteins. This is not a significant source of nutrients, and the percent daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet, which doesn't really matter because it's just completely diet. So, alright, let's get into this, see what we're dealing with here. Is this going to be a very good tasting diet soda, or is it not? I don't know. Okay, so right off the bat, that actually tastes fairly sweet. I've actually tried a Diet Crystal Pepsi original bottle from the early 90s, and so far this smells similar to actually a regular Crystal Pepsi from the 90s. But how does it taste? Oh, man, that is freaking horrible. Man, every single diet soda that I've ever tried that is aged, much like this one, being like 17 years old, none of them really taste good at all. I mean, at all. It is so disappointing and such a downside that there was no sugar made with this, because really any diet soda that you drink that is 17 years old or older, maybe even a little bit younger than that, let's say 13 years, because there's no sugar, the way that the diet soda forms, because it's really made of nothing but just these stupid chemicals like aspartame that give it some flavor, it always turns out to be absolutely terrible. And this is no different. I am so disappointed that I never had the chance to try one of these when they were fresh. So much so that I just want to cry. This is terrible. Yeah, nothing. I mean, like I said, the way that these diet sodas turn when they age is just horrible. Black cherry, French vanilla. Tastes like, yeah, monkeys out in the jungle eating rotten basketballs mixed together and thrown in a blender is what that tastes like to me. Yeah. It tastes like nothing. And, I really don't want to waste my time here. This soda freaking sucks. And because it's so turned over and there's nothing going on here, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to give Diet Pepsi Jazz a 1 out of 10. This absolutely sucks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video nevertheless, even though this was a terrible soda to try, aged. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video with a buddy, and if you did enjoy the video thoroughly, please, if you're kind enough, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a comment down below to help boost the algorithm. And if you guys are new to this channel, maybe this is your first time watching Maximus the Fourth, make sure you check out my Pepsi Cola Hot Chocolate official review. The video is very good, and the soda is very rare, and that video did very well when I first dropped it, and I am now just 5 views away from hitting that legendary 1,000 view threshold. So thank you guys. I will make sure to leave that link of Pepsi Cola Hot Chocolate in the description down below of this video. And I am Maximus the Fourth. I am now signing out, and I will see you next time.